Okay, let's talk about something that low-key haunts a lot of adult piano learners. Why are kids so good at learning the piano? Like, why does the 7-year-old on YouTube make that Bach fugue look easy while we're over here just trying to get 2 bars of a Clementi sonatina hands together? Yes, kids have some advantages, and it's not just free time, although that probably does come into play a little bit. And it's not because they're smarter than us or more talented. Today we're breaking down why kids are better at piano than you and how to steal their secrets. The first thing is, they're not afraid to sound bad. Kids go for it. They play wrong notes, make weird sounds, and they don't care. They're just having fun trying things out. Adults, we hesitate, we overthink, we get embarrassed. Learning piano requires mistakes, so go make some. They get excited about the little stuff.
I used the pedal. I hiccuped on the beat.
Meanwhile, adults are very serious. Ugh, I only practiced 29 minutes today when my goal was 30. Let's be more like kids. Celebrate the wins, all of them. They're not worried about doing it right. Kids aren't asking, am I using the optimal practice strategy for skill retention? They just play and practice. Of course, they have the guidance of a teacher, but they're not stressing out about optimizing every single second, which tends to lead to procrastination. Just be consistent and as smart and intentional as you can be, and sometimes your intention can be just to goof off. They're not doom-scrolling piano prodigies on Instagram. Most kids aren't comparing themselves to Lang Lang or some 5-year-old genius on TikTok. Maybe they're impressed by them, but there's no sense of should. I should be that good. Their comparison game is small compared to most adults. They just focus on what they're learning at the moment and doing it. Adults, we spiral. Comparison is not only a thief of joy, but also a creativity killer. Stay focused on your own path. They're used to being bad at stuff. Kids are beginners at everything. Math, reading, tying shoes, brushing their teeth. Something new does not scare them. They feel proud when they learn something new. But adults, we expect to be amazing and amazing right now. And when we're not, there's so much second guessing about ourselves and our worth and our assumptions about our value as a human being. It's okay and normal to kind of suck at something new. That's how and when learning begins. Side note, that beginning stage can last way longer than we want it to. You're not behind, you're not untalented, you're just where you are. The beginner stage is misleading because often when we hear the word beginner, we think, it should only take a day or two to not be a beginner, right? That is not the case with piano. Beginner stage can last 1 year, 2 years, maybe even 3, depending on how you define being a beginner. They move more and aren't afraid to look silly. Kids naturally move with music, and if it doesn't come naturally to them, they don't care. They'll still move and they'll still try. Adults tend to freeze up and get very serious. If I have an adult try to do a wrist lift or sway side to side, it's like they freeze up because they're afraid of looking silly. So before you practice, shake it out, and while you practice, don't be afraid to get into the music. Try moving more like a kid. They don't attach their identity to every practice session. Bad day, kids move on after a good cry and a popsicle. Adults, we kind of spiral into doom thinking. What a rough day of practicing. Maybe I'm not meant to learn piano. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'll never be good enough. Is this why my dog doesn't love me? Am I a bad person? Can bad people learn how to play the piano? It's just a day, just a blip on all the days you've had and will have. You're still a pianist. Your potential is still there. Lastly, we know kids are always learning new stuff, right? They spend all day in school learning about things I've completely forgotten about. Their brains are primed for learning and sucking up new information. Yes, we somewhat lose brain elasticity as we age, but our ability to learn never completely goes away. And you as an adult have strengths that those kids don't have. Discipline, insight, the ability to choose to learn something new. You don't need to be a kid to learn piano. You just need to show up with curiosity, consistency, and maybe a childlike spirit. Keep going. You've got this.